Hello, Internet. This is Lord Mad Dog, and we are playing From the Depths. So, if you have been watching my series, I said I was going to go ahead and make a laser vessel. Well, I did that. And honestly, it worked out pretty well. It worked out actually better than my advanced cannon, which I'm not too surprised because I have the my power brick, and yeah, it obliterates enemies really easy. But let's be honest, it's boring. Lasers just shoot through the enemy, and you shoot from a long range, and it's just lasers can be really boring. And then I figured I don't want my series to turn out boring. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna gut my laser ship. I just made it. I'm gonna gut it completely, and I'm gonna build something completely new. I decided this is gonna be really interesting. I'm gonna try to make it really interesting. Something I've never actually done before. I will warn you beforehand that there will be a lot of clipping in this, and that happens because you cannot put batteries in on a turret. And in the way I'm making this thing, I have to put it on a turret. So I have to put the batteries instead of on the side where they are right now. I have to put the batteries in the very center, otherwise they just look stupid and clip straight through. And so there is going to be clipping, but that's only because there's an artificial limit of not allowing batteries on a turret setting. Now I understand that because otherwise people would use that just like they use RTGs on a turret, and it's kind of cheap, but you know, it's how it is. So right now I am just completely gutting out my laser ship that I made, and just gutting it completely. And I'll rip off the turrets, different things here and there. Don't need any of these up here. Oops, well, that was a bit too much. Okay, now let's rip off this turret, the very top. Don't need it anymore. Gone. Okay, I'm also gonna rip out, I think, no, yeah, I do. I end up ripping out these engines here in the back because I decided that though they would cause trouble. But right now I'm trying to fix them because I accidentally removed this and I can't get that one piece to go back. So it's annoying. Sometimes it just doesn't want to go the right way on there. And I just finally stopped messing with that. I was just didn't need to mess with it. All right. So I'm going to continue to remove different things here. Make sure it's all gutted the way I need it to be gutted. Yes, it actually looks really good. Now I'm going to go ahead. Oh, no, here's the bottom laser. There we are. Now, so we're going to name it Zoomer Gutted. And we're going to copy it. First, though, we're going to build right here. We're going to build a piece that comes down so I can mount it on a turret. And you're like, what? Mount it on a turret? Yeah. It's pretty neat. You're gonna like it. The end result. It'll look pretty funky why I'm building it and how things are working out in the clipping. And it's gonna look really bad. I'll be honest, it'll look bad. But no, it actually looks really good when I'm done. At least I think so. I'm quite pleased with how everything turned out with this thing. All right, so this is what we have. I'm saving it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make a copy of it. After I have it, just making sure everything else is right on the inside. And here I finally decide, no, I don't want them there because that would just mess problems, make cosms, and yeah. Now I'm going to copy it, like I said I was going to. And I just like to reimagine my vessels, that kind of build off of my vessels to make something slightly different than what it was before. If you have noticed, that's what I've basically done with this entire session series. Last time I started with I started with the Dasher, and then I built the Basher, and then I used somewhat of the concept of the Basher to make the Lightbringer. However, that didn't, oops, I messed up. I have to reload here. Good thing, always save before you go cutting, because you can always end up cutting off the wrong pieces that you don't want to cut off. So I'm trying to cut out the very middle. I want the entire thing just to fall away. So that's what I'm doing here. Just going to cut this all off. And like I was saying, I started out with the Basher, then I used the Bashers, my last series, kind of as the concept. It wasn't, oops, did it again. concept for the light bringer, and then I used the light bringer to build the Ebon Star. But I did create my ultimate weapon, the arc, from scratch, from that completely from scratch. And here I'm going to connect in the middle, trying to get two pieces to keep them together, because that's what I need. I'm going to rip off the top sides again. Hopefully this time I don't lose it. I'm thinking a little bit more about how to align this thing so it doesn't just lose the pieces I actually am trying to keep. So basically the end result of this is I'm just going to end up having these two pod pieces are actually my base connected. And then I'm going to put a 2-turret axis system on it, which will hold the middle of my ship. You're like, what now? You'll see. It's pretty interesting, I think. I keep saying that, and you're like, well, then show us it. I am showing you. All right, so this is the first try at it. I do not have the turret in the right position. It's got to go back farther because otherwise it'll interfere with this turret. See, it won't go there. So, oh no, let's go back farther. Now, this does make it kind of vulnerable because my internal system could be theoretically shot off, but that's not going to happen because it's behind layers of armor and in the midst of a whole bunch of different stuff. So it's not really easy to turret clip this. If you turret clip this, then I'm already pretty much dead anyway, because of where it's going to end up being. Now, I also realized that right there I have a slight problem because I have a 4-piece on my the thing I copied when I need a 3-piece instead. I mean a 3 heavy bar, because it won't fit. As you wait here, actually I'll show you. There, see, as I have it building around, oh, it drops off because it's a 4-piece, not a 3-piece. I thought it would need to be 4. So here I've got to go ahead and paste it, and once again change the inside. So I'm just making this little thing here. Then I'm going to clip this out and make it a 3, and then copy it again in a new slot, just in case I need the old one still. Also trying to make sure it's actually right in the middle where I want it, which it actually is. It's just looking, making sure. Here we're going to go ahead and wipe this design and capture it over again. So when you're doing capturing, I find it's best to actually get the exact measurements of your ship. For one, so you know what your ship's value is, and two, because it makes it a lot easier to actually place it. If you get the exact value, you can just go humongous big, but that's actually can end up being a mess when you're trying to actually place it. So here I am going to place it. But I also made a mistake. I placed it without actually placing it on the turret, but I didn't realize it at this time, so I think it's all working fine. So I go ahead and I start to place in my batteries and everything the way I'm going to think it's going to work out. Put the batteries in here because, like I said, when you turn this thing, the batteries, because the main system the batteries cannot be on the main turret, which you've seen what I'm trying to do here. That means that I have to put the batteries so where they will not be seen when the main turret is turning. And I can't put it on the side because they would just clip straight to the turret. So they have to be in the very center of the mass of the turret. And these are not the final positions of the batteries. And in fact, most of what I end up doing here is not actually what I resolve. But you can get the general idea here. I am placing turrets and the propulsion system on the inside. I mean the batteries and the propulsion system on the inside of this gigantic massive turret that was once not a turret. But I think it's really kind of something you would actually do in with advanced technology, I think you would actually have your entire ship being able to kind of swivel on its propulsion systems. And that's basically what I'm really am doing. I am making it so it can swivel on the propulsion system, so I will not be relying on LUA blocks to be able to aim at the enemy, which I would actually would normally do. If this was a AI controlled unit, all I would do was install my one LAU block from my Ninja and boom, no turret block needed. But because this is a player controlled, I can't exactly tilt my ship and fly to the side like I would need to without an LAU block. It's just not possible for a player to really be able to do that at a good stable position. So yeah, that's basically how things are. So I have to make it a turret system, which really makes it pretty interesting. And I like making an interesting ship. Here we are, finally putting it on the block where it nope, once again got the wrong one here. Let's try that again. Once again, actually finally putting it actually on the turret so we can then turn it. So now we will see that the entire thing actually turns. See, there we are. And I will change it so it does not clip with the other things and it's a little bit less wonky as it turns and different things. But yeah, you can get the basic concept. And once again, my batteries are obviously not in the right position. But that's pretty much how it's going to be. Now I want to build the weapon systems. And I am going to go for a scattered front. A scattered front? Particle cannon. Yes, you guessed it. So I forgot exactly how to build a particle cannon. That you have to have the lenses all connected to the main thing. So I'm trying to kind of do it without that right here, but that don't work. I mean, duh, you have to have the inside thing. So yeah, I will go ahead and we will just go ahead and jump to the finished product now. I'll be right back. All right, so here we are. This is the Obliterator, the particle robot of doom. And he actually kind of looks like a robot, you know, a little bit more of a robot than his predecessors. He's got a little turret thingy about him in the backside there, yeah. So yeah, he look at you. If you stare at you, he got laser eyes. Noticed. All right. So before I actually show you in action, though, I do want to go ahead and show you. Wow, I have this thing right at the very limit. I didn't realize it did. Let's go ahead and hit E. Let's capture this prefab. Oh wait, no, save sub object. There it is. Let's accept this. And jump out of the ship. Once again, I am got an ejector seat. At least more or less, I tried to build it. It's a little harder to build it on this one, but I did it. I got the ejector seat to work. All right, so no, I'm gonna have to do it on the ground. I want to do it. I gotta build on the ground to show you this thing, how the inside, because it's kind of hard to see when it's not. No, I'm gonna build on the ground. There we go. Let's go light blocks. See, now if turret clipping becomes something that's impossible in the future, which I'm very much eventually think it will, which means they probably will allow batteries to set up, which means I'll have to redo this, but I'll actually be able to do it because I will use light blocks to collect to my side piece, my actual hover pieces, and I will use this right here with the batteries already installed. So okay, right here, can we do that? Yes. Build off, thank you. No, wow, I would teleport to it. Just should be just named vehicle structure. There we are. All right, so this is the structure by itself. Wait, why can't it turn? What's going on here? Oh, well, whatever. And it's not being very nice either. It's kind of bouncing. I don't understand why it's bouncing. Oh, it's because I am not able to actually control it. There we go. Yes, I am. That's right. You cannot actually control things on a turret either, which is also another problem. The annoying thing they did to make it so you couldn't build an AI with inside 3 or 4 blocks of armor. So here, this is the inside structure of the particle cannon. It stretches throughout the whole ship, but I left enough room so where I could actually place a boatload of batteries on the inside and on the sides and the back. So when it does happen, I will actually still be able to utilize this vessel. It'll just take me a good bit of actually fixing it up to get it to work. Okay, so yeah, that's the inside of it. Let's go ahead and jump on back to my Obliterator and actually show you it in action now that we've explained it all. And well, we can look. No, it's just too confusing inside because it does clip. It does clip with the batteries I had to set at the base. Right here, you can see the batteries in the engine. I had to set at the very base of it. Okay. Because batteries are not allowed on, but I've said that many times. So let's see, what can we fight that would be kind of fun to fight? Let's go the Twilight R&D because it's what we're fighting. The helicopter, a submarine, a ship, the juggler, the thruster craft, the mothership, and artillery. This is way more than I can actually handle on most normal cases, so it will be a little bit slower. Maybe I shouldn't have brought all them in at one time. Alright, but I can take them all. It just take a bit. Here we go as we fly over here. And that's my power brick floating there. If you're wondering about, hey, what's that thing? No, that's the power brick. That's my mothership, more or less. And let's see here. Boom. I cannot actually hit them very well from this range because, well, particle cannons do have a somewhat limited range, but that actually makes it kind of nice, you know? And here, boom, boom. I can shoot rather fast because I have them all set on different times, so it is a really good setup. Boom, there goes the helicopter. Well, of course, the helicopter is really easy to kill to begin with, but that's the end of that. And let's kill the mothership, even from this range. I think I can. Come on. Oh, I did take a little bit of damage from something. I'm not sure what. And the mothership provides absolute... Oh, also, I've upgraded the mothership to be all non-gas. What is it called? Oh, wow, the mothership actually hit... No, the mothership's not hitting me. It's the juggler that's hitting me. Okay, yes, the juggler is a hilarious, stupid, funny ship. Let's take care of that. There, I silenced the juggler. I forget what I was saying beforehand. I've already killed the mothership. Woohoo! Oh, yes, I upgraded my mothership, the power brick, to being all RTGs, which actually ends up, believe it or not, being able to produce more energy for the volume than it was able to be before, but it costs a boatload of resources now. But I have an insane amount of resources. But I may have just flown too far away from the main mothership to get battery power. What the heck? I didn't know that would have... Actually, well, that's not a big deal. I can just connect to... Oh, that's right. I haven't actually set that up here. Let me go ahead and jump to the mothership and set that up. Zoomer power brick. And go here. See, as I said, it's all RTGs. And no, they're not clipping RTGs. They're actually just... Well, they didn't have to be. I just actually I got it in the inside here somewhere. Here it is. I have 3 now, and here. Let's select the Obliterator. Select on. There we go. Yep, that's good. Now we'll just go ahead and... Why are you all the way over here instead of in combat? Flying around the enemy because you didn't detect enemy because you have no detectors. I'm going to guess that's exactly what happened. And AI is fighting me as I try to go forward because it always wants to have the forward and the backwards thrusters flying at the same time, which is super stupid, and I cannot change it for some stupid reason, and I don't know why. No, actually, I'm not being able to control this thing at all. It won't go forward. I've never had that happen. There we go, finally. And we're going slowly forward. I can provide energy to... Where is my ship at? It must be down deeper in the water for some reason. Not a great showcase, I know, but it sometimes happens that you get out of range of your power brick. It's not a big deal. I'm trying to show you that it's not a big deal. You can just fly the power brick back and connect to the mothership there, and it'll pull you right out of the water. Right here. Yep. I have the hotkey set up. Pulled me right out of the water, and now I can continue to fight like nothing had even happened. Well, a short bit of time in battle can actually be quite deadly, but this is a really big battle, so it's not a big deal if I didn't die during that time. This is like a level 80 power vacuum for this faction, I think, with this many ships in it. One right there's the submarine, which we haven't actually fought a lot of. Oh, the reason why I was able to, if you're wondering, upgrade to RTGs, because if you've been following my series, you're like, well, you haven't actually unlocked RTGs. Yes, actually I have. I found out the hauler, yes, the hauler of all things, has RTGs in the back of it, which is really cool. And where are all these missiles coming from? Let's kill the submarine. There. Here. Yes, I am eating straight there, sinking below 70% health. There we go. And all these missiles are coming from the motherships. Little missile launcher, stupid things. I forgot they do that. They don't seem to shoot very many when they're actually flying, because they're made to point directly at the enemy and shoot directly at the enemy. But when they get in the water, they actually do start shooting more missiles than what they were shooting before they get off into the water, which is really weird. And they're a really weird, annoying setup. Finish off the mothership. As you can see, this is a very, very effective particle cannon setup. I'm very surprised at how effective this thing actually is. I originally had it set on Pierce, but because of the mass amount of number of they just shoot and the cluster instead of the shotgun effect I thought I would have, they're actually very not very cluster. I mean, they're quite accurate. So I set them on impact, which works beautifully. I mean, I was very surprised at how amazingly well this thing shoots faster, way faster than my advanced cannon ever could, and it just can spam shoot too. So it can just obliterate everything accurately, very accurately. It didn't have to, and it goes straight through all defenses. So this weapon will probably obliterate anything it come up against in this series. The biggest problem though with it is that you cannot protect the lens. So if the missiles right here, I'm going to let that happen. I'm going to turn towards the missiles and see if they can actually hit the front of my lenses. Yes. There, I just lost some of my missiles on the front, my lenses on the front of my ship. Well, they healed already. They're very cheap, so they're easy, they're fast and quick healing, but they're also very annoying when they get destroyed. If you were playing without any healing at all, this would be a non-viable build just because of how weak the lenses are. And that's one of the reasons why the perforator, I never realized that the perforator has one of the perforator's greatest weakness, because it cannot heal its particle cannon lenses. If you've played the Netter godly, the perforator is deadly, period, but its actual particle cannon is not actually that deadly because it gets destroyed really fast in any battle opening because of how weak the lenses are. They got like 10 health. I don't know, it's really insane. I understand somewhat, but you can't armor them, you can't defend against it, so it kind of makes it, and they have to be pointed out of the ship. You can take them back somewhat, but you can't do a lot. Yeah, it just kind of makes it, yeah. Okay, so this has gotten bored, and killing these things is destroy enemies, vehicles. Let's go ahead and fight a whole bunch of haulers. Yeah, because haulers are fun to fight. They're not dangerous. Well, so we fight haulers. I think we're going to fight haulers. I like the haulers. Hauler. Haulers are actually really fun to fight. Not because they're not dangerous, because what they can do. In fact, I don't think there's anything setup-wise that could actually kill me now. I can't think of a single. I mean, I could put myself against a bunch of lasers, but that wouldn't do me damage either. One shot at the holler, and more or less, and it clashes into the others. Oh wow! I didn't expect that to happen. Boom, boom, and I can just keep on spam shooting in the exact same spot if I so choose. If I don't shoot straight through the mech, that'll be a good show you case too. The mech. Because the mech is one of the annoying feathers that just keeps on. As you can see, even though my energy is very low, but my power brick keeps me up pretty well, and the power brick is never the focus of fire because it has no weapons, and even if it was, it's pretty well. I really armored the power brick up because I can't afford it to get damaged. Now, even if the power brick was a water-based power brick or didn't move very fast, I was thinking I would make it into a submarine because it's been talking about killing the ability to fly, float. I mean, make things fly easy, making air density. I've already stated I don't like that ideal. I think the whole ideal of having from the depths, being able to fly real easy, is awesome. I really think that's for me is the from the depths, and other people from the depths is the giant ship, shipbuilding. And I don't know. I've done the shipbuilding. To me, it's never as fascinating. The multi-deck thing and everything with the whole ship. It's just not as fun for me. I'm not down with that. It's just too old school, too old. Our technology even today is already starting to depart from that. It's starting to become more about fast moving craft with lasers on them and different things. And once again, I'm out of range of my mothership. Well, as I pull myself back to the mothership, I'll just keep popping away at the enemy. There we are right now, once again back in the range of the mothership. For some reason, oh that's right, I turned off the AI on the mothership, that's fine though. This holler was trying to come over here and kill the mothership. As you can see, this thing shoots really fast, really deadly shots. Actually, technology today is actually going to start moving towards more satellite precision weapons like railguns. Even though there is laws against it, there's been proof already of other people doing that, and that will make a lot of the heavy battleships absolute obsolete. Your heavy battleship cannot handle a rod from the gods. That's what they're calling the rods from the gods. You get hit with a tungsten rod, of like 3 or 4 pounds of tungsten rod coming down from space, accelerated with a railgun in space. The kinetic damage will sink almost any ship. It'll just obliterate it. And yeah. Oh, once again I did it. I got out of range of the mothership. Alright, so yeah, that is the... Well, I'll find citing something a little bit more. I really do like this design. I mean, it is a really thought-provoking thought. I thought it was... Because the biggest problem with particle cannons is they cannot turn the direction. And you have to have... And the floating. So I decided, well, why not build my whole ship on a turret that enables a 2-axis turret, that two setup turrets that would allow me to do exactly what I need to do. And so I did it. Yeah. I hope you enjoy that I did it. This has actually still been kind of a short one, so I can kill something more. I'm going to kill a mech or two. So let's go ahead and spawn in a mech. Just for mech. A mech. And put them right beside each other. And turn back on the mothership. The zoomer. Combat. Or I should actually have it move, but... And go... Ooh, here's... It's got to turn off to the side, otherwise your lenses will get hit. That is something you do have to be mindful with this build, for sure. Oh, wrong slot selected. And one thing I love about my whole design is you being able to adjust the height. So, as height, you know, comes down and whatnot. If you've noticed, you have not once seen the clipping of my innards come through. I worked very hard on trying to make sure that my batteries are in a specific place so they don't actually clip through the ship and look really stupid like they were doing when I first set up the system. Yes. Ooh. Destroy your guns. Obliterate you. Shoot holes straight through your ship. Oh. Well, my my shield stopped that thing. I thought maybe it'll destroy all my lenses, but I forgot I have a really powerful shield on the front. Well, 4 strength shield, not really powerful, but for this this campaign, level 4 is pretty very powerful. And yeah, this is basically how you kill a mech. If you remember how long a mech will take me to kill normally, because they just keep on repairing. But I can actually just shoot out its bottom base here. Real easy too. I can shoot straight through the bottom base in like 1 or 2 shots. Boom. And then it's dead. I switch to and eject. And come on, capture it. Aw, I was going too fast the wrong way. I ain't gonna, oh wait, it's replaying by repair, so I will capture it. Boom. Captured the base. And now you don't have to worry about it healing itself. And then you just jump right back into your Obliterator, which will enable you to go and kill off the other mech that's being a pain. Oh, well, I didn't actually have my weapon selected. Boom. Come on. Oh. Ooh. I took one straight to the face. Shut up this right. Begun. Come on, shoot again. Yes. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I thought I took out his well, I just got repaired again. Oh, did I get a range of my mothership? Yeah, I did. Where'd the mothership go, actually? The mothership's just flying off into some random direction. That's just peachy. Well, I do believe that's actually all we really do have time for this today. I hope you enjoy this build. I hope you like watching. If you do, like, shares, comments, subscribe. Lord Mad Dog, signing off.